we come to number 9. So we got the WBA title, 8th of April 1995. Bruce Seldon from the US wins by retirement in the 7th round against Tony Tucker, what was left of Tony Tucker, for the vacant WBA title. In August 19th, 1995, Bruce Seldon wins in the 10th round. Referee stops the fight against Joe Hipp, the Native American from the US. Again, tough guy Joe Hipp, give Tommy Morrison a lot of problems. That was in Las Vegas. And then you got September the 7th, 1996. Mike Tyson wins in the first round. Referee stops the fight in Las Vegas. And then November the 9th, 1996. Evander Holyfield wins in 11th round. Referee stops the fight against Mike Tyson, the first of their fight in Las Vegas, Nevada. And then they rematch 28th of June 1997. Evander Holyfield wins by disqualification against Mike Tyson, the famous ear-biting incident, Las Vegas, Nevada. And then we got the WBC, WBA and IBF titles here. So, March the 13th, 1999, Lennox Lewis draws in a controversial draw with Evander Holyfield in New York. And then November the 13th, 1999, Lennox Lewis wins on points against Evander Holyfield in Las Vegas, gets his revenge. And in April 2000, Lennox Lewis is stripped of the WBA title by a court decision for failing to honour a commitment to box. WBA number 1 next. And then we got the WBC and IBF titles together now. April the 29th, 2000, Lennox Lewis wins by KO against the ex-basketball player Michael Grant in the second round in New York. July the 15th, 2000, Lennox Lewis wins in the second round. Referee stops the fight against Frans Botha of South Africa in London, England. November the 11th, 2000, Lennox Lewis wins on points against David Tarr in Las Vegas. Again, I think David Tarr's got one of the punch stat records. So, but that was in another fight. But again, April the 22nd, 2001, Hazim Rahman wins by KO against Lennox Lewis in South Africa. Brakpan in South Africa. November the 17th, 2001, Lennox Lewis gets his revenge in a rematch against Hazim Rahman in Las Vegas, Nevada. June the 8th, 2002, Lennox Lewis wins by KO against Mike Tyson in Memphis, Tennessee. Then this is for the WBA title now. We got August the 12th, 2000, Evander Holyfield wins on points in a 12th round against John Ruiz in Las Vegas for the vacant title. Then March the 2nd, 2001, John Ruiz gets his revenge in his trilogy. The second fight, wins on points in Las Vegas, Nevada. December the 15th, 2001, John Ruiz gets a draw with Evander Holyfield in Caseville. Then June the 27th, John Ruiz wins by disqualification against Kirk Johnson from Canada in Las Vegas. And then March the 1st, 2003, Roy Jones steps up and wins some points against John Ruiz. He moved up, he started at, like the middles and light heavies, and stepped up to heavyweight. I think he was the first guy since Bob Fitzsimmons to do that, to step up from light heavy. But saying that, Bob Fitzsimmons did it the other way round, because the light heavyweight division wasn't invented then. So he won the heavy, then they invented the light heavy division, and he stepped down to win that. But again, first man to win light heavy and heavy title since Bob Fitzsimmons. So Jones relinquishes the title and to move back to light heavy. So John Ruiz fights Hazim Rahman. December 13th, 2003, John Ruiz wins some points in a 12-round points decision against Hazim Rahman, Atlantic City, New Jersey. April 17th, 2004, John Ruiz wins in 11th rounds. Referee stops the fight against Fresequendo from Puerto Rico in New York. And November the 13th, 2004, John Ruiz wins some points over 12 rounds against Andrew Galotta from Poland in New York. In April 30th, 2005, John Ruiz gets a no contest against James Toney in New York. Toney won on points but tested positive for a banned substance. The result was changed to a no contest, which meant Ruiz retained the title. But December the 17th, 2005, the biggest guy ever to fight, 7'2", Nikolai Valuev, wins on points against John Ruiz over 12 rounds in Berlin, Germany. Then June the 3rd, 2006, Nikolai Valuev wins in the third rounds. Referee stops the fight against Owen Beck in Hanover, Germany. In October the 7th, 2006, Nikolai Valuev wins 11th round. Referee stops the fight against Monty Barrett from the US in Rosemont, Illinois. Then January the 20th, January the 20th, 2007, Nikolai Valuev wins in the third round. Referee stops the fight against Jamil McLean from the US in Basel, Switzerland. April the 14th, 2007, Ruslan Chagayev from Uzbekistan wins on points over 12 rounds against Nikolai Valuev from the US in Stuttgart, Germany. January the 19th, 2008, Ruslan Chagayev wins on points against our own Matt Skelton from England, a good ex-Thai boxer from from England, and fights in Dusseldorf, Germany. So quite a late starter to the pro game. In his 30s. But again, he'd been Thai boxing for years, etc. So again, the WBO title, May the 6th, 1989, Francesco Damiani wins by KO against Johnny Duploy from South Africa He wins by KO in the third round against Johnny Duploy from South Africa in Syracuse. That was for the vacant WBO title. December the 16th, 1989, Francesco Damiani wins in the second round by retirement against Daniel Neto from Argentina and Cassina, Italy. January 11th, 1991, Ray Mercer wins by KO in the ninth round against Francesco Damiani, Atlantic City. He broke his nose there in that one. Quite brutal. But again, so October the 18th, 1991, Ray Mercer wins. Referee stops the fight against Tommy Morrison in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Mercer was stripped to failing to defend against Michael Moorer. So Michael Moorer steps in. May the 15th, 1992, Michael Moorer wins in the fifth round. Referee stops the fight against Burt Cooper, Atlantic City, New Jersey. February 1993, Moorer relinquishes the WBO title because it was retarding his career. So, June 7th, 1993, Tommy Morrison wins some points against an old George Foreman in Las Vegas, Nevada. Well into his 40s, George Foreman. Again, this was a big shock. So, October 29th, 1993, Michael Bent from the US wins in the first round against Tommy Morrison in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Again, March the 19th, 1994, Herbie Hyde wins by KO. Herbie Hyde of England wins by KO against Michael Bent in London, England. That was the Den, I think, the Millwall Stadium. Yeah, Den, the Millwall Stadium. And they had a bit of a press conference fight out on the cobbles before. But again, a few complications with Michael Bent after the fight. He never fought again after that, Michael Bent. So March the 11th, 1995, Riddick Bowe wins by KO against Herbie Hyde, putting him down quite a few times. Remember watching that in Las Vegas. Then June 17th, 1995, Riddick Bowe wins by KO against George Luis Gonzalez in Las Vegas. June 17th, 1995, Riddick Bowe wins by KO in the sixth round against George Luis Gonzalez of Cuba in Las Vegas. Then Bowe vacated the title on July 1995. In October 1995, Bowe requested reinstatement as champion, although his third fight with Evander Holyfield in Las Vegas, November the 4th, 1995, which Bowe won on an 8-round stoppage, was not billed as a title defence. Then Henry Akinwande from England wins by KO in the third round against Jeremy Williams in India for the vacant title. I remember watching Jeremy Williams in a sparring match with Lennox Lewis, catching him with a little judo sweep because he did a bit of judo. He was a black belt judo guy, Jeremy Williams, and Lennox obviously getting the hump with him. Bit of an argument breaking out. November the 9th, 1996, Henry Akinwande wins in the 10th round. Referee stops the fight against Alexander Zolkin from Russia in Las Vegas. Now, one of my old club mates fights for a title here against Henry Akinwande. Again, January 11th, 1997, Henry Akinwande wins some points against Scott Welsh from England, my old club mate in Nashville, Tennessee. In February 1997, Akinwande relinquishes the WBA WBO title, should I say, to challenge for the WBC version. That was against Lennox Lewis, but we find out a little bit later. Bang, I'll leave it there.